We are taught from a young age that tears are a sign of a broken dam. We look at someone whose eyes fill with water at a simple sad movie, a sudden piece of constructive criticism, or even a moment of overwhelming beauty, and we think one thing: they are fragile.
Let me try.
We assume their emotional
everywhere.
walls are thin, easily punctured by the sharp edges of the world. But what if everything we believe about crying is entirely backward? What if the people who leak tears at the slightest emotional shift aren't the weakest among us, but are actually carrying a cognitive load that would crush the average person? There is a hidden mechanism operating beneath the surface of an easily triggered tear. And once you understand the dark architecture of this specific mind, you will never look at a crying person the same way again. Society loves a fortress. From the moment we enter the world, we are conditioned to believe that emotional mastery means emotional containment. We praise the stoic, the unbothered, the people who can walk through fire without a flicker of expression. We are told that maturity is the art of building a flawless filter, filtering out pain, filtering out rage, filtering out overwhelming joy until we are perfectly palatable, predictable products of our environment. We look at those who cry easily as unfinished, unregulated. We tell them they are too sensitive, a phrase wrapped in a polite warning: fix yourself, or the world will break you. But the truth is, this conditioning forces us to worship a dangerous illusion. Because behind the closed doors of a mind that cries easily, a much more volatile reality is playing out. The frightening part is that for these individuals, tears are not a choice, nor are they a simple reaction to a sad moment. They are the emergency pressure release valve of a nervous system that is chronically redlining. What many people fail to realize is that crying easily is rarely about the present moment. It is almost never just about the spilled coffee, the slightly harsh tone from a boss, or a sentimental commercial. The current event is simply the final drop of water in a glass that has been completely full for years. Psychologically, this behavior often stems from a phenomenon known as emotional hyper-vigilance. For some, this is rooted in early childhood attachment patterns or subtle, unhealed trauma. If you grew up in an environment where you had to constantly read the room, decode the unspoken moods of unpredictable adults, or suppress your own needs to keep the peace, your nervous system became hardwired to scan for microscopic changes in emotional temperature. Your brain's threat detection center, the amygdala, becomes incredibly, exquisitely sharp. When a person with this conditioning encounters an emotional stimulus, their subconscious doesn't just process the data point, it processes everything. They are absorbing the subtext, the micro-expressions, the energy of the room, and the echoes of their own past or latent loneliness. The brain experiences an instantaneous, massive spike in sensory input. It enters a brief state of cognitive and emotional overload. And because the brain cannot process that volume of data through logic alone, it hands the controls over to the body. The tears fall because the mind has run out of room. It is a physical eviction of stress. If you are someone who struggles with this, if you have ever burned with shame as your eyes welled up in a meeting, or felt a wave of humiliation because you couldn't hold it together during a minor conflict, you need to understand something deeply. You do not have a defect in your character. You have a highly receptive nervous system. You are feeling the world at a frequency that others simply cannot tune into. While others walk through life with emotional armor, you are walking through it with open skin. It is exhausting. It is lonely. And it takes an immense, quiet bravery to keep waking up and engaging with a world that feels that loud, every single day. Perhaps the people who cry easily are not the ones who are broken. Perhaps they are the only ones who are truly paying attention. In a world that forces us to numb ourselves just to survive the daily news cycle, a tear is a quiet rebellion. It is proof that the machinery of human empathy is still functioning perfectly inside of you, refusing to let the rust of apathy take over. So the next time you feel that familiar sting behind your eyes, or see it in someone else, don't look away in shame. The tears aren't a sign that you are losing your grip. They are the proof that you are still beautifully, fiercely alive.